Hey, this is Jim at Broadfield. Thanks for joining us for another Broadfield Liquid Lunch and Learn every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You will see I am being joined with a guest on today's show, Cameron from BirdDog. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Cameron, I am very happy to have you on the show, especially because you come bringing beer with you.
I know my role.
Absolutely. It's a great thing. So what do we have here? Fox Farm Brewery. This is Rome, a Peacherine American Pale Ale. Have you had this one before?
I have. It's pretty good. So I feel like I had to come and represent my home state of Connecticut. This is, to me, the best beer in that state. So happy to bring it down and share it with you.
Well, I have not tried it, so here's to try it. Cheers. That is very good. Again, Fox Farm Brewery, Rome, out of Connecticut. A nice New England American Pale Ale. I usually go for the IPAs. A little bit lower alcohol content. Not a bad thing for a Thursday afternoon. So the reason we invited Cameron onto the show is because we have the exciting new BirdDog X4s in stock and available now at Broadfield. And we've also launched a brand new X Factor upgrade promotion. A special promotion available now through the end of the year for you to offer all of your customers with any PTZ camera from any manufacturer that can save when they make the switch to the BirdDog X series cameras. Nothing to send back, nothing to trade in. They simply register online. So we're going to talk about the X Factor upgrade program. We're going to talk about the X4 that is shipping and now in stock at Broadfield. And we're going to reintroduce you to the entire X series product line. Cameron, you ready to get into the show?
Absolutely.
So let's start by talking about the exciting X Factor upgrade promotion. Now, this promotion is available from any camera from any manufacturer, right?
Yeah, we just want to make sure we're working with people who know and love their PTZ cameras and are ready to upgrade to the X series.
And you can upgrade any existing BirdDog camera. You can upgrade a camera from a competitive manufacturer. Your customers can even upgrade the super cheap conferencing cameras to get something of a much higher production quality with BirdDog. All they need to do is go to BirdDog's website, and we have a form on Broadfield's website as well, where you or your customers can register to receive the X Factor coupon codes. The X Factor coupon codes will allow you to offer your customers $200 off the BirdDog X1 Ultra, $400 off the X4 Ultra, or $500 off the X5 Ultra. Your customers register, they get the coupon codes. You can set the coupon codes up in your store, in your cart, or just put it on the quotes, and you can pass these savings along to all of your customers interested in the new BirdDog cameras. And the newest camera of which that we want to talk about is the X4 Ultra. And it really is a nice sweet spot because you'll see with these X Factor upgrades, we're offering $400 off that X4 Ultra, bringing it to just a $17.95 price with the promo. The X5 Ultra at $24.95 and the X1 Ultra at just $12.95 when your customers take advantage of these different upgrades. Now, the X4 Ultra is the newest model. It is shipping in stock now and is right here on the desk in front of us, the star of today's show. The X4 Ultra comes in at $21.95, and with the X Factor upgrade, that $400 off gets it to $17.95 when your customers submit for that X Factor upgrade coupon. Cameron, can you tell us a little bit about the X4 Ultra?
I'd be happy to. So the X4 Ultra is a 4K 60 camera. It is Wi-Fi enabled with a 6-hour built-in battery. So this is a fully wireless PTZ camera. It also has SDI out the back, which is 3G, as well as your classic HDMI. It's basically a Swiss Army knife PTZ camera, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And for our dealers who are familiar with BirdDog, with the X series of cameras, BirdDog has gone to NDI HX3 across the entire product line. That high bandwidth efficiency of NDI HX3 allows you to get that Wi-Fi capability with a camera like the X4 Ultra, allows you to get the decoding capability that we're going to talk about with the X series cameras, and it gives you all of the latest and greatest available through that NDI infrastructure with the support for the NDI HX3. So now the X4 Ultra that we're talking about now has that 4K 60p capability and some of these great features. Cameron, can you walk us through some of the top features that we're looking at here?
Absolutely. Yeah. So like I said, this is a Wi-Fi enabled camera that's going to be Wi-Fi 6, and we'll dive a little more into that in a minute. It's also got a whole new user interface. It's the biggest upgrade we've ever brought to the Bird UI. That's going to include a live feed of your camera. It's the first time we've ever put it in the interface. It makes changing your color, your white balance, super easy, as well as your settings for your AI auto tracking, which is now more complex than ever in this camera. And having that live feed built in the UI makes changing those settings and tuning them in exactly how you need super easy. Another great thing on this is that Halo Tally. It's going to tell you if you're live or on standby, or toggle off if you need.
And that Halo Tally, you're going to see across the entire Edge series product line.
Correct.
And with that, you're going to get all of that traditional NDI workflow capability. Like we mentioned, the NDI HS3 capability, the PoE support with the ability to power everything and still install these cameras with that single cable in any production scenario, in any situation. But now with the S4 Ultra, we're also adding a battery where you can actually have some battery operation on that as well, right?
Yeah, so if you've been familiar with the Wi-Fi capability of the X1, you now know that, and unlike that, you do not need even a power cable. This is fully wireless. It's got a 6-hour battery built into the base of the camera. With that Wi-Fi 6, it is a fully wireless camera, super versatile, great for on-the-go or permanent installations as well.
Absolutely. I think when you look at the built-in battery and the Wi-Fi capability, I'm really excited to see some of the case studies and installation stories from our dealers as they start bringing these cameras out into the marketplace. The S4 Ultra is going to give you some real good flexibility of where these cameras go. Now you don't have to worry about even the single cable to operate and run that camera, giving you that battery operation plus that Wi-Fi capability and more. So one of the exciting things about that is you talked about that Wi-Fi capability. In addition to the introduction of the camera itself, you have a wireless receiver station available as well, right?
Yeah, so we are coming out with a wireless receiver station that'll support up to 4 BirdDog X4 Ultras, which is going to make managing your network and your Wi-Fi a whole lot easier, making that connection a whole lot simpler for you. So really making the BirdDog X4 Ultra experience as good as possible.
And one of the things that we're doing is working very closely with the BirdDog team to kind of create these user scenarios, workflow guides, the case studies for how this Wi-Fi installation would look and how our dealers could set up the best wireless infrastructure to support these new workflows. So we will be sharing a lot more information as these cameras start making their way into the market, as they start to be used in event production and sports production and all the other places that can benefit from this type of a solution. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about, though, is where the S4 Ultra fits in to the new X series from BirdDog. For our BirdDog dealers who have been following some of these new introductions, you've noticed that since NAB in April of this year, we've had quite a few new camera introductions. And it's important to kind of look at that comparison chart and see where they all fit in and what customers could really benefit from these solutions. So Cameron, can you compare some of these for us?
Yeah, I'd love to. So one of the first things I want to talk about is sensor size. So before the X4 Ultra, that was a standard across the entire X line. It was a 1/2.8-inch CMOS sensor. With the X4 Ultra, we're going a little bit bigger now. It's a 1/1.8-inch. So like I said, we're trying to tackle that event space and things where maybe lighting isn't ideal. So now low lighting situations are going to be a little bit better suited for that larger sensor.
Great.
Another great thing on these cameras is the zoom. So X1, X4 Ultra, and X5 Ultra are all going to be 20 times optical zoom, with the X1 Ultra dropping down to 12x. That's because that is a 4K 30 camera, where the X1 is 1080/60. And then both X4 and X5 are 4K 60 cameras.
Yeah, we're really starting off the product line with the X1 as the cost leader. It's an affordable HD camera that you can offer all of your customers looking to get a PTZ camera with NDI capabilities for under $1,000. The next step up is the X1 Ultra, giving you that 4K P30 capability. So it's the Ultra HD resolution in a still quite affordable camera, $1,495, even less when you talk about that Edge factor upgrade we were talking about a moment ago. The X4 Ultra, X5 Ultra are kind of sharing that flagship space right now. really depending on the user story, the case study, the install that you're working with your customers, we can help you identify the right camera for the job. The X5 Ultra giving you the 4K P60 capability, the X4 Ultra bringing things like the battery and the Wi-Fi capability and all of these different things that will fit into where they play in that workflow, right?
Definitely.
So if you have questions about any of these BirdDog X series cameras, you can reach out to your Broadfield sales rep. We'd be happy to help answer any questions you have. We'll work very closely with Cameron and the rest of the team at BirdDog to make sure that we are helping you set your customers up with the right cameras for all their needs. Cameron, let's talk a little bit more about some of the specific cameras. Let's start at the top with the X5 Ultra. The X5 Ultra at $29.95, $500 off with that X Factor upgrade, is that flagship camera available right now in the BirdDog product line, replacing kind of the P200 and the P400 where they fell in, really kind of carrying BirdDog into that next X series installation, right?
Exactly. We wanted to bring a lot of cool features in this camera, really make it as usable as possible in higher end scenarios. So it's got 12G SDI out the back. That's going to give you that full 4K 60 feed. It also has a ultra fine drive motor, which is the most accurate, precise, smooth motor we've ever put in a PTZ camera. It's absolutely fantastic to use. It's got the e-ink displays on both sides and a feature we'll talk about later with the X1 Ultra and X1, a built-in decoder.
Absolutely. And all that capability, again, in that flagship model, really allows you to bring that to your customers to talk about the high-end 4K P60 workflows, the smooth robotics, everything they need for that true production environment. On the other side of the spectrum, we have the X1 Ultra, which is a very affordable entry-level 4K P30 camera, giving your customers that Ultra HD resolution in a very affordable camera with that NDI HF capability. Cameron, can you tell us a little bit of, and of course, we got to talk about the X1 HD version, which comes in at under $1,000. Now, these cameras are going to share a lot of the same features, which is why we do group them together like this. Can you walk us through the X1 and the X1 Ultra?
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, one of the great features about these cameras that they share with the X5 Ultra is a built-in NDI HX decoder. That's going to allow you to decode something like a return feed, confidence monitor, teleprompter simultaneously with that camera feed. So it's a super nice thing to keep, cable runs short, really tighten up your setup. Another great thing that they share with the X4 Ultra is that Wi-Fi capability. So these are really great to put anywhere you need them to go.
Absolutely. And when Cameron talks about that decoder functionality, it is a great story when you sell it into the house of worship market, corporate AV, anyone that wants that, whether it's a confidence monitor in a broadcast studio or a presentation monitor in a corporate AV boardroom or even an overflow room like you'll see in the house of worship. Having that decoder built into the camera gives you that flexibility of the install, allowing you to get everything back and forth from the cameras themselves. And now with the X Factor, we're talking about all of these great features with that NDI HS capability, and auto tracking is built into the entire product line also, right?
Yeah, you have it from top to bottom. You're always going to have your AI auto tracking, which is a really nice feature to have. You're also going to have your HDMI, your USB-C, which is consistent. That e-ink display, which is one of our favorite developments on the X series, is on the X1, X1 Ultra, X4 Ultra, and X5 Ultra as well.
And it's important from a dealer installation point of view is that e-ink display gives you all the information you need to set up multiple cameras very quickly and very easily. So when you're doing a multicam install with these BirdDog cameras, with that e-ink display, all the information you need to set up your environment is right there on the camera itself.
Yeah.
Making that super easy. And then, of course, we have to talk about the Mach-E Ultra, which is your box camera. It's essentially the BirdDog cameras without the PTZ and the robotics, everything else put into it, right?
Yeah, it's a BirdDog camera with everything you know and love without the pan and tilt option.
Yep.
So you're going to get that zoom factor. It's going to come in two different flavors. That's 12X and 20X. We don't say that's a spec difference. It's a use case difference. So they're the exact same price. That's because the 12X is going to start at a wider initial field of view than the 20X and then a shorter zoom length. So if you need, a small space and you need to cover that whole area, 12X is going to be a great fit. If you're trying to go longer distances, 20x is going to be better for you. Another great thing these have is the built-in body buttons, which will allow you to change your settings directly on the camera without having to jump into any user interface or software.
Absolutely. So you get the 4K 60p capability. You get those built-in buttons on the side of the cameras themselves. You get the small camera form factor, but you get that same optical image quality that you can mix and match these in an installation with the H series PTZ cameras very easily, giving your customers the right camera in every part of the room, in every part of the production that they need. So it's really a good complement to the overall product line.
For sure, whenever you don't need that pan and tilt option, whether it's above head or a set angle, that camera is spectacular. You're still getting that 4K 60 image.
Absolutely. So all of these cameras are in stock and available now at Broadfield. It is the introduction to the new X series from BirdDog and the X Factor Upgrade promo. Again, this promo is available to all of your customers who simply register for a coupon code with any existing PTZ camera that they have now. They will qualify for $200 off the X1 Ultra, $400 off the X4 Ultra, or $500 off the X5 Ultra, now through the end of the year, just by qualifying their existing PTZ camera from any manufacturer. They can take advantage of these great discounts today. These cameras are in stock and shipping now. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to your Broadfield sales team. We'll be sure to loop in BirdDog and Cameron to help answer any questions you might have. Cameron, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers. Until next week, tune in every Thursday at 1 p.m. for Broadfield Liquid Lunch and Learn, as we'll bring you more exciting new products now through the end of the year.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers, so call us at 1-800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.